Let's start talking about personalizing education and how would a parent even approach that, or how do you as an educator with your students approach that, and how can parents use some of the techniques that you've learned that work and apply them into their own homeschools?
Well, one thing you have to realize with 2E students or straight on gifted, first of all, I am not a gene. I may have a genius IQ, as your students may have that too. But we are not walking Einsteins. Even Einstein had a learning disability. So one of their preconceptions is when I tell people my IQ, they think that I know everything under the sun.
Right, it's not connected with knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
Two different things going on here. Yes.
Yes. And so one of the things I tell parents is don't pre-assume that your child is going to get what their age level is supposed to get. I mean, if they're gifted.
I love that.
Actually, the first thing I always ask parents when they tell me, oh yeah, my child's been identified gifted. So then I say, okay, what's the learning disability or what's the physical disability? Because one thing you have to understand is we are unbalanced. Gifted adults and children unbalanced. Like there are more 2E people in the world than there are straight on prodigy gifted that have it all together. I think like there's 95% of us and only 5% straight on gifted. So as soon as you get that diagnosis, you should be looking at, is there something physical wrong, mental wrong, learning disability wrong? And
that's a very good point, because they can hide it very well using some of their giftedness. I know my daughter does that very well, and she's the most scattered person. You don't think she is, and she kind of has a bit of an issue fitting into groups, but she hides it as a girl. But it stresses her out still. And but yes, for some kids, they hide it much better than others. And so, yeah, it's definitely, that's a very good point. I love that. Don't pre-assume and look for things.